Burris.
Madam Deputy Speaker, I am grateful to have the opportunity to talk about fire and rehire practices which have been a source of enormous stress to many of my constituents. The opposition asked the government tonight to enact new law without any acknowledgement of what the common law currently says. When the Employment Appeal Tribunal considered the practice of fire and rehire in 1990, it said, "You simply cannot hold a gun to someone's head and say, henceforth, you're going to be employed on wholly different terms and remunerated at 50% of your contract. In those circumstances, you have a right to bring a claim for unfair dismissal, which the Court of Appeal later confirmed you have, even if you take the new terms, so long as you make clear that you're working under protest. And of course, the tribunal can always order reinstatement at previous pay." Now, the only way that an employer can get away with fire and rehire is showing that there was a genuine business reason for their action. And here I think there's a vulnerability, because after COVID, we know that many businesses will be able to show a fall in profitability as a way of justifying poor employment practice. But the answer, respectfully, is not to enact new laws, but is to enhance the powers that already exist, for example, of employment tribunals to test the functionality of the business reason that is advanced. Now, the other elements on the motion, on holiday pay, working time, rest breaks, all find their provenance in the Employment Rights Act, which of course is Conservative legislation passed in 1996. The opposition argue that this government threatens the right to include overtime in the calculation of holiday pay. That was only decided upon in 2014 by the Employment Appeal Tribunal. They looked back at the working time regs of 1998 and found that workers should have had overtime in their holiday pay all along. And what's more, they'd suffered an unlawful deduction from wages as a result of that. For 12 years of a Labour government, British workers were shortchanged in their holiday pay, and you did nothing to close that loophole. So forgive me when I say it is surprising to hear that it is we on this side who are threatening that particular right. And that is my overall concern about this debate. I am concerned that the opposition are not really interested in confronting the real challenges facing the labour market because they're too busy fighting the battles of yesterday. What does the opposition say about, for example, automation, which the ONS says threatens 1.5 million jobs in this country in the next few years? Now, we may not have all the answers on this side, but at least we're doing the thinking and asking the right questions. For example, with strategies like the Lifetime Skills Guarantee to build dexterity and resilience in the labour market. We're coming up with creative, progressive solutions for the issues that lie ahead.